morning, my dear students. This time I'm trying an alternative to the face-to-face session that we were having before we were into the COVID-19 crisis. Last week I did post the lectures into the BB, but then there was no voice. It was just plain PowerPoint presentation. However, this time I am arranging to record the PowerPoint with my voice embedded within it, so that this will resemble an alternative to the face-to-face session that I presume is the best for better understanding. Never mind, we will try this first. In case there are any problems or failure in terms of interaction rate and other things, I believe we can find some remedies in the next lecture, which is due next week. My urgency to come in this time with a voice is to ensure that we are in line with the time and we do not miss the important aspects of this research into education lecture. I also want you to complete your assignment 1 and assignment 2 effectively. That is my intent basically, and therefore I'm working hard to ensure that the learning happens while you are preparing the assignment 1 and 2. So today I'm recording my voice into the PowerPoint to make it into a video, and then I will post this video onto the BB for your reference. Tomorrow morning at 11 you can open up your BB and go through this lecture, and in case you have any doubts or misunderstandings, or even if you do not understand well, you can go to the discussion forum, which is all prepared there and then itself, because over the other end I will be sitting and watching and looking for your questions to provide some responses on the spot. So I'm available from 11 to 3 tomorrow, so that we can ensure that our lecture goes as smooth as possible. At the same time, I believe we can accomplish our mission much more better than without an audio. Basically, we need some explanations. We can't just see things and produce meanings out of them. Sometimes the embedded meaning may have to come out from the creator. So in this case, I'm the one who created the lecture notes, so it would be better if I myself present it to you, just like when you are seeing me in real. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to go back to lecture 6A, which I believe is already available on the BB, but then without the voice. But tomorrow's version will be a video with voice in it. so you can really enjoy the lecture as if we are in the face-to-face session. This is lecture 6A. I believe you may have read the lecture notes, or even if you did not, it is still okay because I'm presenting it to you now. In the last few lectures, I did mention about a template that carries some subtopics which are essential for the preparation of the proposal. As you know, we did mention that in the first chapter we start with an introduction, perhaps a background as well, and then we move into the problem statement. Next comes the purpose of study, following which comes the research objectives, and in line with these research objectives we will place our research questions, and we follow up with definition of key terms that we believe may be explained in a better way so that the reader understands exactly as how we understand the terms. So first, the problem statement. I'm going to show you an example that based on one topic, and then I'm going to move down all the 5 subtopics based on the same problem. So that would be a better example for you. And then after understanding this, you can use your problem into the template and work on the rest of the subtopics quite easily. Let's begin. First, I'm going to talk and teach you how to write a problem statement. Sometimes it's called statement of the problem. They are synonymous. Problem statement is exactly the same as statement of problem. What does it mean? What is a problem statement? I mean, basically we can gather that it means a statement that explains the problem. Yeah, true, you are right. But then what more are the constituents of a problem statement? Let's see. How do we write the problem statement? The statement of the problem or problem statement section contains 5 elements. I repeat, 5 elements, namely the topic, the problem, why the problem is important, the deficiencies in the existing knowledge, or some refer to this as the research gap that you are trying to close or trying to establish, the audience that will benefit out of your study. So remember, these 5 elements should be contained in a problem statement for it to be a complete problem statement. So roughly for the proposal, what you can do is that you can ensure that each of these elements become a paragraph. So the problem statement will be about 5 paragraphs. For each element there is a paragraph, so ultimately it would end up with 5 elements in 5 paragraphs. The topic. First we are going to look into the topic. So in my example today, I'm going to use a topic. Okay, in other words, the subject area that I'm